I just recorded this video and recognized that my microphone didn't work. Wow, what a disaster. So I need to shoot it again. Today we're going to check the game 9 between Nepo and Dink from the WCC match. Nepo started the game with the move e4 and I saw him play this move many times with success actually, and I very like to play this one during the games. It looks very nice move. I used to play in the past. Now we have e5 and after this he played knight to c6 and we have the Spanish opening with bishop to b5. Here Dink played knight f6, the Berlin defense, a system that popularized in 2000 between Kramnik and Kasparov. Here I played this system sometimes with the black pieces obviously, and I played this after this move d3, the anti-Berlin move. White don't like to go in the main line after this because black can capture there and we will have the end game. White cannot easily prove an advantage there. For that reason many players play the anti-Berlin. So we have here bishop c5, very normal move. However, I have a really cool trap for you, and the trap is knight e7. I played this one and I managed to win very easily some games. Now the next move is knight here, we're protecting that pawn, and next sequence of moves is c6 and d5, very aggressively, right? So here white thought that okay, I have to take that pawn, what else can I do? However, after this he is losing, because after that move he played for example that, and we have again this check attacking the king and the bishop. Or if you just play here bishop c4, threatening this pawn he would like to capture with the knight, again we have a brilliant idea, the same brilliant idea, queen there. So he can block this one for example, but he is losing the lovely knight on e5. So here black can win. You can win like me in 7 moves for example. So let's go back. This is not a serious move actually for the WCC match, but it's very interesting for you to try in some games this move. Now we have bishop c5 development. He played this one, castling, and of course black should not capture the pawn here, for example taking there, because black has this move, try to open up the center. White is lagging in development, this knight is not very stable. This position is not very good for white. Black has definitely counterplay, and I'm not suggesting you to play like this. And here I'll add the notes actually that this is black has compensation, and obviously you're very welcome to check my website article. I have everything there, analysis of the game, videos and many more. And now we have castling. He played d5 like the Marshall attack, the only system with black that we call it an attack, and the idea is to open up the pieces very nicely and fast with very fast development. He didn't capture there because after this black has very active pieces and he's threatening some tricks, taking here, giving up the bishop for a pawn, but he's going to capture that bishop. So black has a lot of activity, and Nepo played this solid move, knight b to d2, take, and now a5. A very modern approach. This is a modern approach in the Italian, and the main idea behind it is maybe to, okay, the first idea first of all is to stop this b5 advancement, right? So we're keeping alive these two pieces or keeping them in good spots in the center of the board. The next idea behind it, more deep idea, is to develop the bishop, and often the queens go on b8, a7, and with the bishop can execute pressure against this diagonal. This is another setup behind this a5 move. So we have a5, queen here, developing the pieces, queen c2, and now we have something really interesting and deep by Dink. He played the move knight b8. This is a part of the plan, and we're going to explain what was this plan and how to create plans actually. Very important. If you like to improve your planning skills, then I have a very nice solution for you. Plan is the ability to organize your pieces into a common goal and predict the future. The majority of the chess players has problem on that. Hence, the course 8 simple steps to make a successful plan in any situation is the right solution for you. For more information, please follow the link below of that video. In this particular position, many moves are interesting. One is knight b8 as in the game, another one is knight a7 or knight d8. All of these moves are playable. So we have knight b8, and now after this one, what is the plan after knight b8? Very important. What is the plan? The plan is to play this pawn on c6, probably to kick a little bit this bishop out. After that he can play something like that, and then he can play the bishop here. So he is going to develop all of the light pieces, and black would like to exchange these bishops. because the light square bishop from the white side is very active piece, and he would like to exchange this one. In order to continue the plan, we are going to put one rook in the center of the board, in the open file actually, on the d8, and we cannot really play bishop a6 instantly, because as you're going to see, we're going to lose this pawn on e5. For that reason, we need this move c6 in order to put our queen on c7, and after this we can play our plan. This is the main plan, very deep plan actually, and this is how black can play here. So we have rook e1 here, overprotecting everything. He played this move in the center of the board, and white played the prophylactic move h3, create a flank square for the king and stop this idea once and forever, so the knight cannot jump there and this pawn feel more secure. Black cannot attack this one with the bishop on c5 and the knight. Oops, not like this. So here you know what you have to do with the black pieces, and here I have a question. How are you going to continue? What will be your next move? This is very important. And now it's very important to think actually and connect the strategy with tactics. We cannot just have one good plan and follow it blindly. We should think how to play. And for example, the most natural move in this position, the c6, it's wrong. A wrong move. Correct idea, wrongly executed, because here white can play bishop to f1, and after this, for example, we can play knight c4, and suddenly these fantastic knights are executing pressure on that pawn. We can pin, this knight can jump forward if he likes, and we have a lot of ideas to continue the game. For that reason here, black played the semi-waiting move and play the move h6. It's nice to play there, waiting for white's next move. He's creating a flank square. Of course, in life we cannot have everything. The bishop has some ideas to sacrifice itself there in many variations. And here it has to do something. It's not so easy to suggest moves. The most natural move is to continue with the natural plan, knight to f1, right? However, now and only now, black played this move c6, because now white cannot play bishop and f1 and knight to c4. You see, this is the small details behind this idea. So he played here, we have knight a6, knight there, and the queen step aside from this threat of knight to f5. This is one idea, to going there, and the other idea is to overprotect that pawn, so he can play something like this or something like that, knight on c5, and finally the bishop is going here on e6. This is the plan, and e5 pawn is overprotected. He cannot do it in the other way around, for example, because we have something like this, and after this we can take the pawn. Okay, so let's go back. He played this with a lot of arrows to confuse you completely, and we have this strange looking move and very deep one. It's very difficult to understand these moves from the grandmasters or strong players, and the idea behind it is this. Black is going to play sooner or later this move b5 probably. He is going to play something like rook b8 and b5. It's not good to capture this one because this bishop on c4 is a very nice asset. And after the move b5 that it will come during the game, this move b5, white would like to have more options, because in this situation if black played b5 probably white has to take it. But if we have the bishop prophylactically on a2, then we have more options. We can take there or we can completely ignore it. And we're waiting what black is going to do. He played here, and now we have queen e2. He's transferring the queen on the king's side, and in the same time he is threatening that pawn on b5. And now we have the most critical moment of the game. So black has to play something, and Dink played a wrong move here. He didn't play the most accurate move. The best was bishop f8, because he should be in a hurry. He should be in a hurry to perform his plan, and he should do it right now, right here. White cannot really take this pawn on b5, because after all of this, black has this fantastic move, knight to c5, and now he's threatening moves like this there to trap the queen. He's threatening this one, not winning something, but try to exchange this very important bishop, because this bishop is a very nice attacking piece here, threatening that pawn. During the game, or we have another variation, knight here for example, and after this we have queen there, and after this one we are just in time again, because the knight is hitting the rook. This is very important. We need to move the rook for example, and then we can take this bishop. Let's see what happened during the game after one random looking good move, rook to b8. Now white played this move, explanation mark, and after this one he played queen f3, and after knight c5 it didn't happen during the game. He has this one, boom. pawn cannot really take the bishop because the queen can take the knight. So this pawn is overloaded, and white didn't do anything amazing. He just captured a pawn there, tried to destroy the pawn structure. And after this one, we're hitting the rook can go away, but we're not threatening the bishop on f1 because this bishop is over here. And we can take this one, for example, completely wrong strategy to take pawns like this. We can exchange something, knight there, and we can see here the bishop, the queen, the knights, and this bishop are attacking the enemy king. So the end should be near, and black cannot really take this knight because this pawn is hanging, right? So white have tremendous attack here. It's completely winning. It's +4, +5 according to the computer. It's like to have an extra rook. This is what I mean. So let's go back. He just captured this pawn, tried to liberate his bishop, and again we have the same tactic capturing there. He played this move, and now knight g6. Take some breaths. Black cannot really take this one because this bishop is pinning that pawn, so he cannot take like this. He would like to eliminate a key defender, the bishop from f8, and after this move he continued capturing some pawns. Now he's threatening to take here, and after this he will threaten to capture the knight, so white is in a hurry to capture this one. Again, we need to capture, but we should be careful. We should not capture with the king because we have more tactics. Queen can take there, the pawn is pinned, and we are winning. So he captured with the rook here, correct move. And now it's the critical moment for white. During the game you will have the critical moments inside the course on planning, how to plan actually. We explained very well the critical moves with Grandmaster Spiros Kapnisis, and this is one of them. You have more than one option, more than one good option here, and white has a lot of options. And Nepo didn't play correctly here. He just played, after a minute of thought, he played this move bishop on g5. It's not a bad move actually, it's nice move, but here black is not threatening to capture this bishop because we can take the knight, and he has other options. For example, he can play a very nice move like bishop to c4, and he is going to see what he's going to play, how to continue the game. This is a nice move. Another interesting move is queen here, because we're hitting this one, we're threatening this one, try to checkmate what he's going to do. He has problems. We have some rook lifts if he needed. The knight can jump forward, for example. This bishop is still alive, so we have a lot of good opportunities, but he played very fast this move bishop g5, and I don't really like it. It's superficial move, not with deep calculation. Dink played this one, bishop c1 attacking the rook. We have this maneuver, very nice maneuver. The knight is pinned thanks to that rook, so he went here, and now he played bishop c4, very nice move. Because it looks extremely natural to attack the rook, right? Because what you're going to do, I'm attacking your rook, you need to move, right? And if you just move away, I'm going to take the knight. But things are not so easy, because if you just attack the rook, the rook is not going anywhere in a random square. It's going to play on b4. Very nice move. Now what are you going to do? You are going to take. And after this we can see black's idea with these fantastic pawns. Next move is this one. The knight is standing fantastically there. We don't have any attack because we just blocked our bishop and everything destroyed. Here black is winning here. Winning for sure, so we should not play like this. He played that one, then continue offering the rook, because if you just take the rook like this, black can take like that, and we have this pawn mass here. The next moves are rook b8, b4, try to create again this fantastic two passed pawns on the queen side, and black is on top. Black is fighting for the initiative, and correctly Nepo here captured that bishop very nicely. We have this move, knight to f5, very nice square, c5. Here he is threatening to win the exchange like this. The knight here is winning the exchange like that, and it will not be exactly the same actually. It's a very nice option. And after here, knight here, we're threatening f7 because the queen is helping to attack that pawn as well. So he played c5 to block this one, and you're very lucky because I didn't say this in my Greek videos. I'm saying I just remember to mention it here. So we have queen here attacking the rook went forward, queen here maneuvering, threatening the pawn on a4, this lovely juicer here. So we have queen here, and again regrouping with the bishop. Bishop doesn't have any more task to do on a3, it's unemployed piece, so we need to find something for him to do, right? We need to give him a task, something to do, and he's going again on the king side probably. We have this move, and now he cannot take like this. Here we are in move 32 actually, so the players start feeling the pressure of the time, and here we have some tactics. the queen is overloaded. This is the tactical motif, and we have rook takes here. The queen cannot protect everything. He can take, we can take, and after this he just capture a pawn, but we have this intermediate move, attacking the rook on e1. Here he can protect the rook, and now we have this one, another lovely move. We are threatening the queen, the knight is protecting, and white here is in trouble. It's in trouble, and the best player is going to win. But here black don't have any real problem. This is one variation, both players calculated, and he played this move, exchanging many pawns here, going for the endgame, capturing this one, offering the trade of the rooks. Of course Nepo didn't capture this rook because these pawns will be very strong there. He captured that one. We have this, more exchanges, and after rook a4 the knight is under attack. We are in move 38. And again Ding has to take a decision, a very serious decision actually. It's not so easy to take this decision. He took a very practical, he made a very practical choice to give up the pawn with this move knight to d4 actually. Very nice practical choice. However, he has this outstanding move knight d2, fantastic move, not giving anything at all. And after this one it looks very white is pressing. It looks like that white is pressing, but we have the stunning, amazing move, knight there, knight on a4, amazing move. Because now if you just take like this, we can take. If you just take with the bishop, we're going to give a check, and it will be a perpetual check, as we're going to see. And here if you just take this pawn, we can run in the corner, and this position is extremely funny actually, because you see it's not so easy to play this during the game when your clock is ticking. You are here in this diagonal actually, but white cannot really use of it, because if you just give a check like this, we can take the bishop and everything is just fine. If you just capture this one, we have the perpetual check. This is a check, and now we have another check. He cannot escape because the knight is protecting that one, and after this we can give, for example, this check or knight d2, it doesn't matter, but it looks more natural, more nice, more beautiful, because he can take 1, 2, 3, 4 times. It could take like this, but he cannot, because we're attacking with the rook. We have double attack, so he has to move again the king on h2, for example. We have the same check, and this perpetual repetition of moves. Very difficult variation. It's nice to see it here on analysis, but during the game he played this one practically the best move. And if I was black, probably I'm going to choose the same move. Here we have this one. He just lost a pawn, but after this the knight is under attack. He went here, he played the stabilizing move with the king, and after this he played this looking move, knight g3. White obviously cannot take this one because he's going to lose this knight, and after this move we have knight f5, inviting correctly the white to exchange the pieces, and black is happy to exchange one pair of pieces, not everything, just one pair of pieces. He don't like to go in pawn and games. He would like to do this, and now theoretically this is a draw, because white has a passed pawn, but he cannot do anything really here with the rooks. This is a theoretical draw position. So he played this one, and now after this, didn't know these things, but when your clock is ticking, everything is just difficult here. This is another theoretical position, because 3 against 2, it's not easy win. If we had another extra pawn here, an extra pawn there, white could create a passed pawn, and he can press for the win for sure. He has more opportunities, but now pawns are reduced and it's not easy. However, we need to exchange actually the knights, because we will have easier draw after this. And now Ding played this move, rook there. I don't really agree with this, because Nepo can exchange this instantly. He has other things like this, or rook e2 for example, something like this, but okay, he bluffed him. And Nepo went away because he would like to keep the piece of the board. And after this one and here, again, I think the easiest way to play rook e7, very passive defense, try to create a fortress, try to exchange this knight, and everything looks okay. However, he started doing crazy things right now. He played rook e2, and after this one, white is threatening a little bit, because white could play potentially this move in the near future. He can wait in many moves, but he could play this one as well. This is a target here now, and we have knight d6, we have this one, he played that, and after this he played another strange move, another very strange move. He played this, and this is the nice way to lose the game. Even equaled games can lose by this way if you start pushing your pawns, because you're going to create weaknesses there. A lot of weaknesses by yourself. Your opponent didn't do anything at all. It's very natural way to lose the game. And now we have this one. He played this, insisting to exchange the rooks, the wrong pieces, and after this insisting again, and now we have the exchanges and this one. The pawn is under attack. He played this, and Nepo played a very nice move, h4. What to do now? He just captured and king here, and now Dink start to realize the real danger, because the king can go here and he can maneuver somewhere his knight to capture this pawn, collect this pawn, and then it's completely lost. And Dink, of course, is a very nice player. He found the best move here. His king is very far away, and he found the only move, h3, can split the enemy pawns, and again the position is draw after many moves. Black actually forced the white to make the draw. For example, here they just exchange the pawns. He captures, and now he can sacrifice the knight for this one, for example, and the position is draw. The game ended in a draw, but the game was extremely exciting. I hope you enjoyed it, and please join my channel in order to see more exciting videos like this one in the future. Thank you very much, and see you soon. Thanks for your time, and I hope you enjoyed the video. Here it's time for action. This is the initial page of my website, and here you can click Give me access to get access to free lessons. You can read this page, and if you scroll down, here you can add your name and your email. After that, you're going to take a free lesson how to avoid chess blunders. So, time for action is now, and you're very welcome to join my mail list.